here we are going into our second set of our kind of semifinals here. So this is like super exciting to see. What we have going on is there were top 6 and they played, we saw that first set of Euphoria versus Rose Knight. Now we're going to be watching Sleepy Warriors versus Miruku Last Dance. And the winners of these will go off to face each other on our grand finals. But that's just a preview to see how they play, because those 2 teams were both going to our New Teams International Cup.
And when is that?
I'm not actually sure when the date on is that. I can get a confirmation from the staff, but that's super cool because it deals with 6 different regions from all over the globe.
So 2 teams from each region, basically.
2 teams
obviously.
from each region, yeah. So it's pretty cool,
wow.
right?
Yeah, no, it really is. Like, I kind of still wish there was like more advertisement for this. This is huge.
Yeah, it's really huge. I mean, the fact that the whole staff of, everybody who put together Fresh Start Cup was able to get all these regions involved and keyed in is amazing. They have, as far as I know, I believe it's the U.S. and... let's see, international information. Here we go. So we have all of these different regions that came together. It's the U.S. and Europe are playing in Fresh Start Cup. Then we're looking at Japan, France, Australia, and South America.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
This
so
is
that's
big.
6, right? Australia, France, Japan, North America, EU, and South America. So, yeah.
Wow.
It's really cool. It's really awesome. And then each regions, it'll be just like we did today. So it'll be a Swiss, and then groups, and the top 2, like ours, Swiss groups, top 2 of each region will go on to play together, and then there'll be top 12. So it's super exciting.
No, it really is. It's a great opportunity for those teams that, I guess you can say, like, a lot of people want the opportunity to be, like, highlighted, especially for the team that does well in this. They're definitely going to be highlighted for going forward. And if they can even do better for the International Cup, is that what it's calling?
New Teams International Cup.
New Teams International Cup. All right.
So the idea is to keep it similar as what we've been doing right now, that all of these teams are fresh to the competitive scene. People who, want to break in and kind of have a good time and learn a little bit more about competitive. I know that something that they've been looking for is to try to get all of these games to be at least watched by someone, to have them have some mentors come in and try to give a little bit of coaching. So that's something else to be looking forward to also.
That's huge. I
Yeah.
mean, it's great. Do they ever talk about who the coaches are at all? Any
as far as I know, we haven't gotten quite there yet, but I know that that's something that they're going to be looking towards for the future.
Okay, that's great. That's
Yeah.
great. That's great. Are you gonna be a coach?
No.
Why not?
I'm a commentator.
But part of commentators is being able to analyze the game and basically just
Yeah.
not
I
at all.
guess.
I don't know, I'm just messing with you. I'm just joking. I was just
Yeah.
messing with you. I'm putting you on the spot.
A little bit. I don't know. I don't think I'm as good of a competitive player to
Come
be
on,
able
you
to
gotta
take all
become
that
like
in.
that, like Clamblitz, like top tier, like coach.
Oh, totally.
on.
Clamblitz, yeah, I can coach Clamblitz, no problem. I've got in the bag.
What's
Mode specific coaches.
So what are Melissa's like top 3 rules for Clamblitz?
Never pop the ball.
Never pop the ball.
That's my number 1 PSA of everything.
Okay.
Never pop the ball. Beware of the first solo push if you do that first push on your own as solo, because the pity clam's going to go to the other team.
Mm-hmm.
And I honestly, the thing Hitzel taught me about this idea of like spawn locations of clams is something that I bring up a lot when I'm playing. Know where your clams are going to spawn, and if you're trying to shut out the other team from gaining them, don't pick up all 4. So that's kind of like a little bit of an extra strategy, because what happens is, our maps are all parallel, right? They're all symmetrical on each side. So if you have 4 clams that spawn in one location and they spawn on the other side at the same time for that team, if you pick up 3, then they're not going to respawn in your zone. And if the other team picks up 4, they're never respawning on that side.
Oh, that's great.
So,
See,
yeah.
look at that right there. Those are tips that you could give to any other team. So look out right there. Those are the top 3. Top 3.
Top 3. So Melissa's top 3 Clamblitz tips, there you go.
I'm telling you. You could have been a coach.
Nah.
Oh, come on.
Clamblitz.
How many teams even knew that?
I don't know. How many? I want to know.
Exactly.
I'm not even in chat right now, but I would love to know how many people actually knew that. That was something Hitzel taught me about at Long Island Splat 3, and ever since I just thought it's absolutely amazing. It's really cool.
Very knowledgeable guy.
Yeah, he is.
Very.
Yeah, super cool. So here we go. I think all the teams are ready. I'm sure he just started streaming, so I don't think he's in chat, but I'm sure someone will send him that. But here we go, getting ready to go into Sleepy Warriors versus Miruku Last Dance. Kind of seems like a prom night thing,
It really does.
like you're
Yeah.
sleepy and then
Yeah.
you're at their last dance and I'm reaching. But Kelp Dome, Splat Zones, how do you feel about this map?
It's all right. It's just one of those standard maps that's been there. For me, it's just been there since Splat 1, so it's like, all right, cool. It's time to play it.
Did they make any changes on zone for it?
On the zone?
Yeah.
No, there's still a big bump in the middle of the zone, sadly.
Well, let's see how they all do today. Interesting. I think the comp is definitely, there's 2 blasters on the side of Sleepy Warriors, so, and a heavy. So definitely something, the heavies I think are favored a lot in this map, but that double blaster comp for Splat Zones, I'm not sure is something I would get behind.
For right now, no. It's looking like MU's definitely getting punished for the fact that they don't have the best painting comp, I guess you would say. I guess they were trying to go out and go for like the slaying at that point. So I don't know what they exactly were looking for, but maybe if they're able to get back in and probably put more pressure on the team, which they're not. It doesn't seem like they're being able to do right now. But MU's doing a great job of like singling them out and actually keeping them away from the zone right now. It's kind of on the side of Sleepy Warriors to try to get back in, but they don't have the greatest specials of trying to get back in. Only really the Stingray and like the Inkjet, but their Tenatech player went down, so it's really looking rough right now for Sleepy Warriors.
Yeah, I think that this is something that, they need to be like getting those specials together. This blaster fight here, the Sleepy Warriors blaster does take it, and that's going to cost the zone on Miruku, but unfortunately, they're 3 down. That's the beginning of the first push for Sleepy Warriors.
So now, as I said, like this was one of the biggest problems I was saying that they might have had, but now that they're able to actually get in, but there's 2 down on the side of Sleepy Warriors again.
Yeah, that NZAP player took 2 out right there before coming back into zone, so this is the opportunity I think they're going to take over zone again. One of the things that happened there, you could see Sleepy Warriors kind of branched out and left the zone.
Left the zone. It looked like there was a little bit of miscommunication on the side, and nobody tried to at least warn the Splatling that somebody was coming to flank around. But it seems like MU's still doing a great job of getting back in. As I said again, they definitely have the better painting comp and just actual weapons to get back onto the zone.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think, as each team continues to kind of go like 2 down at the same time, it doesn't seem like it's like one team's going to go 1 down and then back and forth. It's a continuous thing here. But, Sleepy Warriors has a bit of a penalty to break through, and then they have a lot of time that they need to take down in order for them to take the lead here.
Yeah, it seems like MU's being very patient. They're not trying to push in just yet. They're trying to get their specials up, as you see with the Rapid Pro has a special up. The Cloud is getting ready. It seems like they're getting the bucket. The bucket gets taken out sadly, and the NZEP has armor. So the rain just came out. Let's see, and that's 3 down on the side of MU. Sleepy Warriors is doing a great job of actually taking advantage of having the slaying power that they have on their team right now, and is actually holding back MU. So let's see what MU tries to do to respond with this right now.
Yeah, I think this is where kind of, like you said, this slaying power, like this is why they decided to leave zone, that they know that they can't.
Just shy of taking the lead.
Oh man, just 1 point. That's a really tough one too. If they were able to just hold it for 1 more second, they could have gotten that extra point and taken the lead. But now Miruku Last Dance, maybe that's kind of what you had said, that they were taking it slow and pushing back, and when they saw, hey, they're about to take the lead, we need to do something about this.
Yes, they're definitely waiting for the opportunity, but Rogue here with the double is making the push in and hopefully trying to look for the triple, but plays it smart and waits for the team to try to push out and try to get the lockout. But what we're looking at right now is that time is counting down. I think we're going to see they have 2 specials on their side. Rogue is doing a great job of really punishing MU doing a really great job. I'm sorry.
Rogue really is
with 3
using
down.
this custom blaster, and absolutely just hurting everyone that comes in their direction. So it's definitely something that,
and that's the lead.
There they go. Now they've taken the lead, and they're working on locking out Sleepy Miruku from actually getting back into zone. Even that ball coming in, is really not going to do a whole lot. It'll help them lose control, but
Wow, Rogue is going on a tear right now. That's 3 down.
wow, someone decided to actually take
If
them
they can
out.
just take the zone, Sleeping Warriors might actually have a chance of just winning this set.
It
And there we
looks
go.
like, yeah, that
Wow.
was wow. Great job for Sleepy Warriors there. Definitely something that I didn't expect looking at that comp for spot zones.
Not at all. I mean, Rogue did a great job. I think they went on what like a 6.
I'm looking forward to seeing this kill count.
And 13-13. Yeah, they did a great job. I wouldn't look at that comp. That's not the type of comp I would come out for. I guess
No.
for a Splat Zone's Kelp Dome, but they did a great job with actually being able to get into like push them back. And once they got the map control, they were actually able to punish them with trying to like filter back in. So
For sure.
I guess it's more about being comfortable.
Yeah, I think, and that's something you and I had talked about last week too. How much of this competition is going to be what are you comfortable with on your weapon set versus what's the actual comp that's going on?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's I guess at the higher levels you can't get punished for I guess not playing super meta. You don't have to all the time,
Yeah.
but I guess when you look at like this right here, it's especially with the blasters that they were using. You kind of look at it and it's just, I guess that's what Sleepy Warriors is actually comfortable with using. And maybe we might see a change on MU. They might try to change over to weapons that they're more comfortable with and not going with maybe what's the best pick for that map.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's going to be kind of an interesting thing. It sounds like we're getting right into this. So it's going to be Clam Blitz, and I missed what our map is. But Clam Blitz on Moray Towers. This is my both of these
man.
are my separate favorites, but together I hate them.
Who let this happen?
I hate them.
I feel like this is like the tournament that's actually featured Moray Towers while everybody's soft-banned it.
Yeah.
I'm joking, by the way. That never happened.
Interesting. So here we go, coming into this. I'm glad that both teams do have at least one ball, so that's going to be helpful for them. This map mode combination just breaks my heart. But I'm really excited to see how each team does here because it's a challenge for a lot of people. A lot of people just see Moray in rotation, don't play. You know, they see Clam Blitz, they don't play. So the amount of time that I bet people have actually practiced this on purpose is very slim.
Well, it's in the map rotation. I think that's the biggest reason why it's being picked. A lot of tournaments are now looking to go with what Nintendo has put out. And I think this is just because of the fact that it's in rotation now that they're actually using it. I believe it's in rotation. I'm not 100%
I think it is in
sure.
rotation, yeah.
But a little early start here on both sides. I think they both traded 3 down on each side at this point. So let's see if they can actually try to get some map control and try to make some sense of this. They switched sides, MU, by the way. There's 2 blasters on the side of MU now instead of on Sleepy Warriors.
Interesting. So maybe they saw that blaster comp worked for them, and they thought, hey, we're gonna go ahead and
we
try
could do this too.
Yeah. You know, I wonder if they were paying attention to me talking about not picking up all 4 clams there, as they just leave one.
It looks like a push is happening. A baller comes in, and now they're starting to jump,
Someone
of course.
jump in.
And here we go.
Here we
Here
go.
starts the throwing in of the clams, and there's an inkjet right on top of them. So we may see a decent. No.
And
here's a couple more, and now there's a ball.
That keeps them open. If Sun can get this pick and keep that ball away, but barrier does close, and the football gets dropped.
At that point, they may have wanted to look into jumping in instead of trying to like rush it in, but it's hard. I understand. Maybe didn't think about it at that point in time, but at this point, we have to look at maybe MU looking to try to get back some type of map control. It's not that crazy of a lead, obviously, only 77. And maybe they're looking at this point now to try to get back in, try to take that map control, and they're moving a little bit slow. Maybe just trying to get their specials ready. There's football on one side, and it looks like they're trying to make their push out of mid now.
Yeah, I think.
And the baller's up.
Baller's up. Baller's going to come in. This is a very difficult map because you have to be ready to jump in. And that's something that we really aren't seeing them doing a whole lot. It looks like someone was going to, and then when ball went down, they decided this is not
Sleepy
what
Warriors
we
did a
wanna do.
great job of punishing that ball. They didn't give it a chance to like actually push all the way into their base. They just focused in as a team and responded and said, we're going to break one of Melissa's rules, and we're going to pop that baller.
They didn't have a power clam, though. That ball didn't have the power clam, so it doesn't even matter. They weren't two things. They weren't close enough. Oh, but
You're supposed to let me get away with that one.
No. They weren't close enough to the barrier in order to toss a power climb in if they had it, and they didn't have one. So, both of those things right there definitely helped to create a little bit of stress for Miruku's last dance. So but they need to kind of make something happen and get on the board. They have a power climb right now.
Armor's up. Looks like this is definitely going to be a push.
And one goes in the basket. Very nice.
But maybe not the best one, only because they're probably only going to get one in. And
Ooh,
yeah.
There's the ball again. But Slosher decides to go after the kills instead of picking up some of those clams to put them in single. That also gives the power clam on the side of Sleepy Warriors. So
well, the problem is MU's still inside their clam spot, so they're able to actually get back in and throw more clams in and take the lead.
Very nice. They are now 3-down situation here. Kairu is the only one up working. Unfortunately, they go down, so that is going to be the end of the push. But yeah, they took the lead. Very nice job there.
Let's see if Sleepy Warriors are actually able to make a comeback. They do have 2 clams on their side. It looks like, as I said, the Stingray's up. They're trying to make it, and the Stingray gets 1.
Very nice. They do get 1 pick. Stingray is not really something I necessarily would pick for this map because of the height differences that you have here. It's very challenging to make sure that you're getting those picks as a Stingray. But they did a great job making sure that they did have them. They pick up that power clam. So going
Ballering
forward,
in right now.
Yeah, there we go.
Here comes the jump. And there we go.
There we go. Break it. And if they can
on
get
their side.
2 more, they have the lead. They just need 1 more, and they'll get the lead there. It doesn't look like they're going to be able to do it. Miruku did a great job shutting that down. Really, really awesome job there.
Yeah, they were able to actually resist it. And at this point right now, it's looking a little bit dangerous on the side of Sleepy Warriors, only because they do have 2 clams on the side of MU. They do have there's 19 seconds left. They do have a chance of actually pushing in, which is about to happen now. And there's 3 down on the side of Sleepy Warriors.
And
it's going to be a
goes
big
in the
push.
basket. If Pyru can just throw that, there we go.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Textbook clam blitz push right there.
They probably can get the knockout.
Almost. If they just got 2 more clams in. I don't.
1 more.
1 more.
Oh, they. It didn't matter. The time was up.
Went up. Yeah. Absolutely beautiful push there. This is what I love about clam blitz. You saw that. How was that chaos? That was organized chaos.
How was chaos organized?
Like that. They waited for the perfect opportunity. They came together. They coordinated. I mean, that was organized chaos. That's clam blitz. That's organized clam blitz. That's, everything that I want to see.
Organized and clam blitz don't go together.
Sure they do. They just did. You watched it happen. Absolutely wonderful, wonderful set for the teams, and nice job for Miruku tying it 1-1.
1-1. Yeah, they did a great job. These teams are definitely. It seems like they're definitely on an even playing field. They're doing a very good job. It doesn't seem like it's too. Until the end, they started slipping up on the side of Sleepy Warriors, but it seems like they're doing a great job with being able to combat each other and not just it being one-sided the whole entire time.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think that's awesome. That's so nice to see too when you're in a tournament like this. We're talking about these are our second set of semifinals, and one of these teams is going to go on to the New Teams International Cup, which is amazing. And looking at them, it's like, hey, I'd be happy with absolutely any of these top 6 going. So this is a really wonderful job here.
Yeah. What do you think about Mako Mart Rainmaker?
I actually like this map mode. I'm not the biggest fan of Rainmaker in general.
Wait. Why?
It's too much chaos for me. I don't know. Okay, don't walk away. Don't take your headset off. Just hear me out for a second. When you play in solo mode on Rainmaker, you literally have no control of absolutely anything. But if I'm playing League, if I'm playing with some friends, it's a completely different matter. See your eye twitching a tiny little bit. Pets, don't kill me. Here we go into Mako Mart Rainmaker.
Wow, the 2 blaster comp came
blaster
both on both sides.
Both sides.
We're like, we're being as comfortable as possible. We are not going to conform. We're going to make sure that we can do what we need to do to win.
Right away, getting that pop. Nice that neither team. I love that Miruku was all set up together. But
that's
yikes.
an early 3-down situation.
Oh, man.
Oh, it's a wipe.
Oh, that's a team wipe. And this is going to be it. This is the perfect opportunity for Sleepy Warriors to literally just push as far as they possibly can. And it looks like Zero is trying to get a couple. That Rainmaker, they still have it, but 2-down situation on the side of Sleepy Warriors. Great push for them, though.
That was a great push to start out. I mean, it's not over yet. 29 is definitely something that this team can come back from. Let's see if they can try to organize, get back into that mid, but looks like they were able to trade with 1. It's something that they definitely can come back with. Rainmaker, especially in the beginning, as we know, it's not one of those modes that you just want to hold on onto a lead to. Even if you're at 1, you want to just make sure that even at the beginning that you can just knock it out. So
Yeah.
it's not over. We can definitely see MU try to come back from this. So let's see what they can try to do to counter it.
Yeah, popping that inkjet is really going to help. Zero trying to get those picks. He flanked around in case you hadn't seen that, which was really smart because the moment that Stingray came out, Rainmaker had nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Because Zero was waiting right there. So they're going to continue this push. Going forward, trying to use Rainmaker to kind of push forward. They're getting a couple of nice picks on the side. Miruku, a couple of people going down, but really not enough. Sun is there to take that Rainmaker holder down.
Yeah, they did a great job with stopping it, and they got a wipe. They were able to basically stop their aggression. Now let's see if MU can get something set up. I think they're trying to wait for the Rainmaker to reset back into mid, give them a chance to like basically understand what's going on and basically make a push out. So hopefully once we see they make a pop on the Rainmaker, they can try to actually establish something and get this push going.
Yeah, I think that's really what they need to do. Ooh, Sun going down, that might not help them. They do pick up the Rainmaker there, but I'm not sure if it's going to be kind of what they're looking for. That Stingray coming out is going to stop. It looks like it's going to effectively stop the push on the side of Miruku.
Yeah, that was an unfortunate death at that point by the Rainmaker if they lost that one player. But I don't know about the baller. It seems like he got really punched hard. But wow, he was able to make something out of it. So MU's having really a hard time of trying to establish something. But it's 3 down on the side of Sleepy Warrior. So maybe they can try to get something established here.
Yeah, I think that unfortunately, it was too many down on the side of Miruku to actually be able to make a push as fast as they may have wanted to, because Sleepy Warriors did respawn pretty quickly so that they were able to kind of combat this and be ready.
Yeah, we're seeing Inkjet armor coming out and Rainmaker resets. It seems like that Miruku is having a very hard problem with trying to establish, make a team push. Right now, they're still 2 down. I don't think this is the greatest push with that, especially since the Stingray's out. It's probably going to end it right here.
Yeah.
And yeah, another 3 down situation on the side of the MU.
Definitely, they need to gain some map control into enemy's base there, and I think that's the problem, that they get close enough and they really aren't pushing ahead of the Rainmaker to get somewhere for them to go. So now the Rainmaker is the one who's having to use their time to kind of make a path.
Yeah, it just seems like they're trying to push when they shouldn't be pushing, I guess you want to say. Like it's almost they have 2 up and they're pushing at times when they don't have a full team. And they're going usually either Sleepy Warriors is doing a great job of having a Stingray up at the same point in time, but it's looking like they're in a bad situation again. It's 3 down again, and this push is still going.
Yeah, and all Rogue really needs to do there, unfortunately they did go down, but jumping over that uninkable tarp area is going to give you a huge amount of points. Unfortunately, it seems like it's like constant someone's dead.
It's constant pressure. Even still, like as we have a minute left, what's it called? Sleepy Warriors is doing a great job of just keeping constant pressure, keeping that map control, and basically just having constant offense.
Yeah, this was absolutely, really great game on the side of Sleepy Warriors, because even having that Stingray again, Joe is trying to get away, unfortunately does not do it, and goes down to the Stingray. Meek is pushed very far forward, so, that really isn't going to do much on the side of Miruku's Last Dance. They need to work together a little bit more to maybe not push so far ahead. I'm not really sure what they need to do to kind of make this happen for them.
Well, it seems like they need to try to at least coordinate their specials, try to get either a baller up and have try to push in deeper into the territory of the Sleepy Warriors, which it looks like might have a chance of happening now. But the Blaster did a great job of basically saving that push. They have 2 Inkjets up, and that's possibly the game right here.
Yeah, I think that this is game right there. So great job on the side of Sleepy Warriors, taking their second win for the set. So we are in best of 5, so there is another opportunity for Miruku to come back here. So that's something that I'll be looking forward to. I think that having this double blaster comp is very interesting, because everything is coming together each time. So
and here's the replay.
That first pop. I love how Miruku is all set up over there. They knew where the pop was going to happen, and they knew they weren't going to get it, but that was the problem. They were so close together that just getting a couple of picks, they all go down at the same time.
Man, Well, we see why they were able to have that strong push was enough to just hold for the entire game. And as a wise man says, go offense, and they stayed offense the whole entire game and were able to actually just keep it going. They never let up on the gas
It's very true.
the whole entire game.
It's very true. And that's, that's what you need to do. Go offense, you're right. Maybe that's why I don't like this. Maybe I play too much defense. Maybe that's my problem.
You like Clamblitz. What
I do
defense
like
is there?
Clamblitz. There's tons of defense in Clam Blitz.
They went offense. They did a great job.
They
We're not
did.
going to do this now.
They did a great job. And I am super, super excited to see how our game 4 goes. And it looks like we're coming into
Tower control Gobi.
Tower Control Gobi. Interesting.
How do you like this map?
I love Gobi.
I like Gobi also.
We agree.
Yeah, I like it. I like the map.
I do. It's really, really fun. I think Tower Control, it's not my favorite mode, but I think this is a good map for it.
I think I like it because it reminds me of what was that map in Splat 1? It was the Office map. I always forget the name of it. Anchovy. I don't know why. It just reminds me of like Tower Control on Anchovy for some reason, without the stupid spinners on there. But I like
things that moved in that one too.
Yeah, it was very interesting back in Splat 1 on that map. Try having a bomb rush go off at the same time while the spinners are up. Goodbye frames. So, but yeah, what are you looking to see on this map? If they don't have a double blaster on this comp, I'm going to be a little bit disappointed.
I'm going to be disappointed for sure.
Okay, there's one.
I feel better.
And there's two.
And there we go. Okay.
But no Stingray.
Yeah, that's interesting, actually, for Tower Control with no Stingray. Well, I mean, they might just feel really confident. It's worked pretty well for Sleepy Warriors so far that they've been able to kind of hold this out, like you said, going offense and doing a lot of slaying. And, that's what they maybe need to continue to do so far.
Yeah, it seems like Sleepy Warriors is just doing, at this point, is just doing a better job at taking the opponents out. And with 2 down on the side of MU, we might see a push starting from Sleepy Warriors. Oh, they do have a Stingray. I'm sorry. I didn't realize it's Splatling.
Oh, right. They do have a Splatling.
I don't pay attention. I'm sorry. If you know, in my streams, I just like throwing. That's all I like to do.
I know.
So we're seeing a push to get it started up by Zero here. So
yeah, I think. Sorry, I was looking at their comp for another second. Interesting to me, picking that slosher for Tower Control. Not really something I would go for, but if it works for them, that's great. Having missiles on Tower Control, I think, is kind of nice.
Oh, I think the thing is, I think the players have been playing the same consistent slosher over. I think it's just being comfortable at this point for them.
Yeah, I agree with you.
And here's getting past checkpoint 1 on MU side, and the baller, as you said, the ball just came out, sitting on the tower, and they have an Inkjet ready. It's looking a little on the dangerous side. The Stingray did come out on the side of Sleepy Warriors, so they're probably going to be able to stop this push with 2 down on the side of MU.
Yeah, and this is really kind of Miruku's time. They do get a nice pick there. Great assist from the blaster and the slosher together. That Splatling knows that the slosher is there, and someone's coming off on the right to try to flank, or left. Fortunately, slosher does go down.
It's all good.
Yeah, my direction is terrible.
I understand. Don't worry. But on the side of MU, it's not that. On the side of Sleepy Warriors, it's not that crazy of a push. First checkpoint's kind of basically free. It's really the second one, so the one that's kind of a hard one to get into. But it looks like Sleepy Warriors are definitely about to start up a push right now with this 2 down going on the side of MU. And we should see them get past this first checkpoint. And there's an Inkjet ready. This might be a very big push.
Yeah, that Inkjet's able to take out one. Oh, they get taken out. Unfortunately, they don't get the double. But this is where kind of the tower is headed towards that second checkpoint. Not able to take the lead just yet. There is one more member in mid of Sleepy Warriors, but they go down. So unfortunately, that ends the push there.
Yeah, it seems like they had a problem with trying to get in front of the tower. If they had maybe a couple more teammates in front of the tower, they might have had a chance of extending that lead. But a good job on the side of MU to actually be able to stop it. Still a close game. It's not out of anybody's reach. So right now, it looks like MU's trying to get back on the offense and trying to push up here. They have the special on their side, and we'll try to see if they can actually try to make something happen.
Yeah, I think this is where kind of having those coordinated specials, the Inkjet and the Stingray come out on the side of Sleepy Warriors, is going to give a really, really hard time for Miruku's last dance. So, this is where they need to work really hard to make sure that they can get everything together to make a stronger push and take the lead, or keep the lead.
Keep the lead, yeah. At this point, they're trying their best, but it seems like they're having a problem with trying to get back into mid at this point. So the Warriors, it's not one of it seems like they're trying to hold on to the lead at this point and just try to weather the storm. But I hope that they try to at least try to get this map control back and try to like not. But with 2 down going on their side, we're definitely about to see another push coming out from Sleepy Warriors and the Stingray.
Very nice. If that Stingray can really help them, they don't have that first checkpoint that they have to contest with. That Inkjet looking for a couple of picks. They jump back before they're able to get any more, I think, and coming off the tower, beautiful shot by Joe there. Having this blaster fall off damage is something that everybody loves on tower control.
Yeah, that's really another wipe on the side of Sleepy Warriors. MU's doing a great job of holding them off and being able to keep some type of defense. I think Sleepy Warriors is just having a problem with like getting in front of the tower and having one person in front at least. So we're looking at MU Joe doing a great job of staying on the tower. Basically, they possibly might be able to get this checkpoint if somebody can get back onto the tower right now with a 3-down situation.
Oh, nice. They do get on. That was a team wipe
right
right
there.
there.
Oh, that's a wipe.
That was a wipe. That's going to give them what they need to kind of make a really, really great lead here. A couple of other members are jumping in. There's a lot of chaos.
2 down, yeah. They're doing a great job at least of staying on tower. Yeah, and here we go again. That's a 3-down situation again.
This is really, there was also a 3-down situation on the side of Miruku, but 2 are jumping in, and they have that blaster that they're trying to contend with, but they don't need to do much to win this.
No, they
3
don't.
is nothing. Unfortunately, they have no one there, so unfortunately, the tower is going to go back to mid.
I mean, that's a great push. I would have to say
push.
getting past the second checkpoint at this point is going to be a hard task for Sleepy Warriors. As long as MU can do a great job of at least just playing defense and basically putting up that wall, they definitely should have this at this point.
Did you say playing defense?
Yes, I believe in defense on tower control.
Okay,
I'm not an
just
offensive player.
So, yes, great job here. Sleepy Warriors, they are on tower, and they're going towards that second checkpoint. The Stingray is out. Overtime is going, and this is kind of what they need. There's a lot of players that are going down on the side of Miruku, so I'm not sure. They might be able to do this.
Yeah, there's the Inkjet's still out on their side. As long as they can
the
stay on the tower.
Don't get off the tower.
Baller's coming in.
Oh
my goodness. And there we go.
Gosh,
there we go.
I really thought that they were going to do that. I was like, don't get off. Oh, my gosh.
As I said, they made it. They pushed it to 3. They were able to. They had multiple chances to come back in to stop it. So great job on the side of MU to basically at least stop the push that was coming on the side of Sleepy Warriors. And also great job of Sleepy Warriors of putting a little bit more fight on at the end.
Yeah.
Not saying that it's over and trying to at least make it through to the end of the match.
Definitely. So. And, hey, we're going to a Game 5.
Game 5 situation, dude.
Yeah.
No, it was Game 4 the last one, right?
Game 4 was the last one. So this is our Game 5. Splat Zone's on Triggerfish. So I actually have kind of a funny story for you. So you and I talked earlier today. I competed in my first BNS this week, and it was Splat Zones. And we placed last, which is fine. I've never competed in an online tournament before. But the one match we won was this, Splat Zones on Camp Triggerfish. So now I have this special place in my heart where it will hold and stay forever.
I don't know if you want to believe that.
Because I hate this map.
I was about to say. I was really about to say. I don't know if you want to say that like I like this map, but
I hate it.
That's not. I love this map only because it's kind of like, along with Moray Towers, it's kind of like the other mecca for like Splat 1 E-leaders.
Okay.
I loved this map.
Well,
absolutely loved this map.
And you
but
like throwing with E-leaders, that's true.
It's absolutely a passion. It's one of the greatest things ever. It's a pastime.
As long as it brings you joy, that's all that matters.
Throwing with E-leaders, it just brings the joy in my heart. But also another problem we see on this map is the rapids. I don't know why you playing the close-up in, man. Throwing with the E-leader is what we do.
Show that beautiful shirt, too.
Show off the beautiful shirt. These shirts aren't for sale, obviously, if you had to be at the U.S. Inkling Open to get one. So feel jealous.
Yeah.
Be jealous, all right? Thank you. The only way you're going to have the shirt is if you're wearing it on your Inkling.
You're welcome. We all got you there.
Thank you. That was a great experience. It really was.
We're all super jealous, and I'll see you there next year, though.
Well, I mean, they haven't announced it yet, but
I'll be there.
Yeah.
So let's get right into this match. Splat Zones on Camp Triggerfish, and here we go.
So what are you expecting to see?
I want to keep seeing this double blaster now. We've seen it all along. I can't. Without it, I'm going to be sad. Ooh.
Yeah, the rapids. There we go. That's exactly what I thought we were going to see.
Nice. Custom rapid and the vanilla? No. The pro. So here we go. Looks like right away, kind of, this is sort of a big thing to do on this map. You know, because the zones are separated, there's no way to get to them. You have to be ready to flank around, and that's exactly what Miruku did right there. And I think that, you know, they are 2 down, so unfortunately, I'm not sure they're going to be able to take zone, which it doesn't look like they will. But having that ability, having that other team member on the other side, like Sun is there, Meek just jumped in, you know, this is what you need to do on this map to be ready, really, to take these zones.
Yeah, it's kind of on the advantage of MU because they were actually able to win the second zone. The problem, and then actually able to take them out. Usually in most these situations, most teams like send 2 one way and 2 the other way to either your zone and then to the other side. They did a great job. Usually you'll send like your longest range or one of the ranges. That's why the pros there, the rabbits there, sorry. And they did a great job of taking it at the open, but you'll see Zoro here coming in with the inkjet, and it was actually able to take back their zone. So they should, with 3 down on their side, they should be able to basically put a penalty on.
There you go.
On MU.
Yeah, and I think what Zero's doing right now, coming into the other side, you know, this is the strategy on this map. You need to be ready to come onto either side and really push forward and try to maintain zones there. So, you know, it's definitely something that you have to keep doing this and over and break into the enemy team side. So we have, I think it's Harkuin on that other side, you know, causing a couple of issues for them there, but really not doing as much as they could want to.
Yeah, 2 down on both sides here. It's going to be a little bit harder for them.
It's going to be a little bit harder for them, exactly what you're saying, to kind of break back through and get this point down. You know, they have a decent penalty. 30 is nothing to scoff at. So in, you know, keeping the lead here will be a little easier for them. But if Sleepy Warriors is able to take these zones back, they can very easily get the lead.
Yeah, MU definitely has the advantage here only because of the range with the Rapid Pro as it goes down as I say that. But on this map, it's a very common pick, especially with now having 2 down on the side of Sleepy Warriors. So I think we're going to see a little bit more of a lockout here from MU, and this might be a little bit more of a dangerous countdown on the side of MU. So hopefully we can look at, with the inkjet coming in. Oh, wow.
Oh, that inkjet went down. This is really tough because this is exactly where Sleepy Warriors is coming in. You know, they were a 3 down situation. Just Zero was up there. A couple of other members are jumping in. But with no one on the side of MU, they really can't get into that zone very easily. They need the range, and they just really don't have it.
Yeah, the only one that they have is their Slyling. I guess it's having a really hard time with like being able to set up and stay on their zone, I guess I'm trying to say.
Yeah. And I think that that's the big problem there. The Splatling just isn't in a position to be set up and kind of ready to go. So, you know, unfortunately, that's not going to be very helpful for them. Miruku's doing a great job of cleaning up here. Even those 2 players we see down on the bottom there, they're trying to break in and flank around. But Rogue, you know, having that splashdown, very nice job there. That was really going to be what made a difference.
Yeah, and I think at this point we're going to see Sleepy Warriors definitely have a chance to cap here. With Stingray out, but doesn't seem like they have another player on the opposite side of the map trying to push off and get those players out of their zone. So right now it's really at a stalemate.
They are so close to taking that zone.
Oh, it's 3 down
on side of Miruku.
Oh, that's a wipe.
That's a team wipe. There we go. So they are able to take the zone, and they don't have a big penalty to work for. So this could be a turnaround for them.
Yeah, it really could. I think they need to try to at least push up just a little bit more, trying to stop them from getting in, but if they can, they definitely can at this point take the lead. Oh, and here we go. Yeah, they've set up. I think they're better in positioning. And right now, MU just has to try to do their best to try to get.
Nice,
oh, wow.
Beautiful pick
and
there.
Here's Rogue again.
Doing some work with that blaster. Got to stay alive. Unfortunately, they do go down. So Sun coming in with this inkjet, really trying. You can use that little bit of inkjet kind of fuel there to paint zone. But they are not able to cap zones on both sides. Let's take a look at this blaster replay here.
Oh, yeah, Rogue coming with the splashdown.
On our live game, Stingray does go up, and just using it as a little bit of defense to try to get able to kind of take zone. There's still no penalty on the side of Sleepy Warriors.
Yeah, so
they
as long as
they can do this.
Oh, there they go. They are in control.
Zone. They don't have a lot of time that they need to tick down. Rain came out, so the rain.
Oh, and that's 1 down.
The rain does nothing for them. Fortunately, that's not
there
going
we
to
go.
help Miruku. This is it.
Wow, and Sleepy Warriors takes it.
Beautiful, absolutely wonderful gameplay there.
Wow.
But I'm super impressed.
They've really shown with this. I guess you want to say double blasters that It's not even. Yeah, was it?
Yeah,
Wow.
they kept on that custom
Wow.
blaster all 5 matches.
They did.
So, that's absolutely Rogue. I mean, Rogue cleaned up. Great job, blaster work the whole time, all 5 games. We saw some really great work there. Wonderful teams there. I'm super excited to see how they do in the future. I'd love to continue to see Miruku in a couple of different things, and Sleepy Warriors going to our kind of grand finals.
These were close games.
These were
It could have
great.
came down to anything, and I just maybe one little mistake, and that's all it took. But they were definitely close teams with each other.
Yeah.
And even if Miruku, they should just look at the VOD, check it over, try to figure out what they did wrong, and then go on from there. Don't
sure.
let this be what stops you from continuing on. They did a great job.
Yeah, I completely agree. And this tournament is all about learning how to play competitively, learning from your mistakes, growing, moving forward, and I can't wait to see how they do next time.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's going to be super, super awesome. I'm so excited. So as far as I know, we are just waiting. We're going to be going into finals, which is Static Intelligence versus Sleepy Warriors. So excited. Oh, Sleepy Warriors is going to be rejoining this room and this lobby as we wait for Static Intelligence to join in. We're going to take a very fast break. I'm going to grab some water, and we'll see y'all.
Same. This is a lot.
Yeah.